Hey guys, this is Jen. This is my second time recording this voiceover. I don't know why, but my iMovie just stopped unexpectedly. Oh, it was so annoying. So this is a 12 by 12 layout, canvas of a beach scene. And it's this month for Studio6creations, we're doing a beach theme. So this is completely inspired by Gabrielle Pollacco. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but I'm going to leave her link and information below in the description box, so you should definitely check it out. I'm not copying it like completely because I don't have the stuff that she has, but it's just inspired by her. So I'll explain what I'm doing later on. So I'm just taking some Lindy's. Oh, I did a layer of gesso just to make it just to have a little bit of texture in the background, like the peaks and the valleys and a little bit of just texture. And then I'm just taking some Lindy's Stamping in a nice light blue, dark blue, and a green. And then I'm mixing it with the green to make the water, and then the darker blue will represent the horizon. And just to give a little bit of depth and difference between the sky and the water. And then I'm taking a nice peachy color with a darker brown, mixing that in the bottom just to make a little bit of sand. But in the end, it dries completely lighter than it looks when it's wet. So I had to, you'll see later on, I'm going to fix that. Now I'm just taking some matte medium and I am adhering some cheesecloth. And I loved Gabrielle's canvas. She's so amazingly talented, but she used chipboard that it's an international company, and it's just really expensive. I mean, the actual chipboard isn't that expensive. They're actually really competitive in their pricing, but it's just the shipping was just outrageous. Like it would have been like $25 shipping, which is crazy. I'm not going to spend like $50, you know. Well, it wouldn't have been $50, but yeah, you get the point. So I went to Michael's and then I found these like Art Minds, like wooden pieces. They're already painted. Well, I think it's Art Minds, but they're really, really cheap. Like that one, there's this one tree that I found that it was like 23 cents. And then I just picked out a lighthouse in the scrapbooking section, and then I got this fence for like $1 or something. So it was really cheap. The majority of the stuff that I have in here are all from my stash. The only thing that I bought was the tree and the lighthouse and the fence. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool to use up that stuff. And it looks a little bit cheesy, but this canvas is actually going up at my parents' beach house, and they have 2 rooms for my daughters, and I already have it. I did an acrylic painting canvas of a beach scene, and that's already hanging up there at their house, and this is definitely going to go into one of the girls' rooms, so I'm okay with it being a little cheesy. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that I took a little bit of glazing medium, and I covered the green part of the water so that it looks a little bit of shiny and it looks like water. So now I'm just taking some glass bead gel, which I absolutely love the texture of this stuff. I love this glass bead gel stuff. So I'm just taking some glass bead gel and I'm mixing it with some Prima Color Bloom spray in gold foil, I believe it is. And I'm just covering the bottom, and it totally looks like sand, and the texture is just so awesome. And then mixed in with the cheesecloth, it just, when it dries, it just gives such a cool effect. Like you just want to touch it, like you just want to like run your fingers over it because it's just such a cool texture. And I should have put the glass bead gel behind the fence, but later on you'll see how I fixed that. I just didn't think to do that before I stuck the fence down, but I used hot glue, so it's already too late for me to rip it up. So now I'm just taking a whole bunch of shells, and these shells were given to my kids from my parents when they went to Pensacola, Florida earlier this year in the summer. So they have tons of shells that they play with. So I'm just gluing some of those things down, and then I'm using some like half-back pearls and some little bubbles, that they look like bubbles, and some little gemstones, rhinestones, stuff like that. And this piece here is just too bulky, so I end up ripping it up, and then you'll see later on I feel like it's just too empty on the side and the inside, so I just, I add some more shells. Now I'm just taking this Prima Finnabar cracked stamp, and I use it a lot in my mixed media pages, but it just looks like cracked paint in the end. So I used this die cut. I have a Heidi Swap die cut that says Bliss, and I just cut it out with some black cardstock, and I'm just going to adhere that with some glossy accents. And I'm going to draw in the eye with my Big Pit brush pen because I lost the eye. So now I'm just taking some Prima Finnabar gold foil, not Finnabar, sorry, Prima Color Bloom. And I'm going to go in between the slats of the fence, and it kind of reminded me of that game Operation, where you had to go in between the metal pieces and then get the wishbone, and then you can't get buzzed and zapped, you can't touch the edges. So that totally reminded me of that. So yeah, I fixed that, and then I'm going to add some Heidi Swap Color Shine in gold, and I'm going to add that to a little, some of the shells and just a little bit of the sand, just to give it a little shine, and it's really pretty. So yeah, that is my 12 by 12 canvas. I hope you guys enjoyed this month's prompt, and please play along and join our Facebook group. It's a lot of fun, and thanks so much for watching.